Hi. Today's video is going to put an emphasis on creating a Firebase database integration as well as authentication and deployment. The part of creating the app itself is not going to be in this video because it would just make the video too long. I'm just going to put on a time lapse and show you just snippets of creating this app. Yeah, let's get started. Okay, so we have a functional application. I decided to create a reverse pitch generator. This app is set up to create a sort of a critical feedback of your idea on multiple categories. Let's see how it works. So this is just one of the ideas that I had before. A web application that takes all your playlists and organizes it by category or tags. Okay, so generate a pitch, and here it is. So why no one would buy that? The competitor crash, investor turnoffs, technology backfire, and the conclusion. So it gives you sort of something that you can focus on if you are really determined to make your idea work. You can download it as PDF, and it would be beneficial to have all your ideas that you generated stored. So like a user section where you can see all your created ideas or reversed pitch ideas. For that, you should have a database, and the easiest way that I found to get a database is Firebase. So with Firebase you can create a database, user authentication, and deploy your app all inside of a single application. So let's see how that works. We'll create a project. We'll call it what's it called? Pitch flip. Pitch flip. We don't need Google Analytics for this one. And your application is ready. So since this is a web application, we are pressing here. You can also make an iOS application, Android application, web application, Unity, or Flutter, which is basically another mobile application. But we are making a web application, so we are going to press here. Pitch flip. We can also make a hosting. Pitch flip, okay, register app. So this is going to be a blurred section because all my API keys and stuff are here. So let's install Firebase first. The first thing you need to do is to install Firebase. Okay. Next, we need to install Firebase CLI tool. Okay, so after we installed the Firebase CLI, we can deploy now or later. We will deploy later. Okay. We will deploy later. So right now we have set up our Firebase, and we need to create a database. Firestore database. Create database. I'm just gonna use Europe because I'm from Europe. And we're gonna start in production mode. The private by default, and with access will only be granted as specified roles. Your data is open by default to enable quick setup. However, you must. It's a security rules. We're gonna start in test mode so that I can try things out. Okay, so we have a collection. We have, for instance, users, and let's just do this. Add document users, add field. For instance, I don't know. Delete collection. I'm just not gonna do that now. So we have created a database, we need to start a collection, but first I just want to add authentication. So we're gonna add authentication with email enable. Add new provider. We're gonna have Google enable. And anonymous. I want the users to have the option to be anonymous, but they will not have the list of previously created pitches. Okay, so that's basically it. Let's just add cursor, go to cursor and tell him to add Firebase. Okay, so I'm asking it to create a Firebase integration with user authentication and database for storing users' generated pages. Users can be anonymous also, but they will not have the abilities to store generated pages. For user sign in and sign up, users use standard user login component that contains email and Google sign up and sign in options. And I edited the code base. So let's go. Okay, so let's go. Acceptable. Firebase config. Firebase config. So this is where this is where I'm gonna paste that config files that we saw in the Firebase. So yeah, project settings, and yeah. Okay. Okay. This is better. So let's say I want to create. Okay. So this all works. Let's now sign in or sign up. Sign in to Google. So we are signed in. First database. Okay. Pitches. Okay. So the pitch is saved. I'll just accept this and save the Firebase integration. It still needs a bit of work, but it works, and that's the important part. We can always roll back to this place where the integration worked, but now we're just gonna have to troubleshoot some problems. First of all, the site is a bit large. Okay, let's. Oh, great. Settings, profile, sign up. And that's actually really nice. Yeah, I like this. So we now need to make a profile page and sign out. And settings. I don't know what we're gonna do here. Put here maybe dark mode or I don't know, something. Just think of something. Anyway, so let's accept this and let's save our progress. Okay. Okay, so now we have a working user authentication and a working database that stores all our generated pitches. Now we have to add the users an option to see all these pitches that he generated. How are we going to do that? Okay, that's great. Let's now give the user an option to see all his generated pitches. Let's put the pitches in his profile page that he can enter when he clicks on his user name. Let's see if he can understand me. We'll just do it like this. Let's see. So let's just create something, I don't know, like this one. Just to make it different. Here. Let's see the profile. Yeah, it works. Beautiful page. Okay, so it works, and we're gonna save it because it works. Edit. So the profile page works. Now we have a troubleshooter way into a database. Anyway, we have a user authentication, we have a working database, we have a profile, and let's just see if we can deploy the app now and worry about adding stuff later. So I had to leave yesterday's recording and just leave everything for today, because dealing with Firebase hosting was so frustrating. I didn't manage to make it work. So I'm just gonna start again and try a few times, and if I can't do it, I'm just gonna try to deploy to Vercel. Yeah, everything else basically works. Everything else works, and yeah, if I can't do it with Firebase, I'm just gonna try Vercel or something, and leave the Firebase for another project. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so the app is still working. That's always a good sign. Let's just stop it. And let's try to log into Firebase. I actually don't know if I stay logged in, since I didn't log out yesterday, but I did shut down my computer, so already logged in. Okay, so it stays logged in. Good to know. Let's try Firebase init again. I have hosting set up, but something breaks in the build section. So let's just try everything again. Okay, so I need to use backspace to pick this. Okay, what? Public directory. Okay, so public is out, but I don't have an out folder. Let's just try this. No. Set up automatic. No. Let's just see if this helps. Okay. Let's see if this works. Is it working? No. Something went wrong early in the deployment process, and I don't know what it is, and obviously Composer also doesn't know, so I'm just gonna delete all the changes Okay, let's just see where that left us. I'm just gonna go to Vercel and show you the alternative. So I do already have one here, and I need everything in GitHub. So one commit waiting to be pushed. Okay, I have one commit. Yeah. So this app is now on GitHub, and I can add new project. And here, if you're not logged in yet, you can do it here. Just add your GitHub repository and sign in, and you can publish your project on Vercel. So I'm just gonna use Pitchflip now. Okay, Pitchflip, Next.js, environment variables. So this is where you can store everything from your .env.local, because it's not gonna be uploaded here. Yeah, so let's just deploy it and see. I'm just gonna pause it for a second just to write those environmental variables. Okay, so I wrote down every environmental variable here and started the deployment process. I just can't scroll up because it's all visible. These things are not very YouTube or stream friendly. So finally, this took a while, and I really had to do some managing myself. So the cursor is not all powerful. He doesn't understand sometimes the most basic things. He did a couple of iterations of building logs and mistakes that I fed him, and in the end I had to do it manually. I had to set something up manually. Anyway, the deployment was a bit more complicated than it should have been. It usually doesn't work that way, so it just picked the right time to mess with me, because I'm doing the video. Anyway, let's just see. Yep. Okay, so our app is live. The address is not very, if you really wanted to make this into a production app, you should really buy yourself a domain, because this is, wow, nobody's gonna click that. But you can see that it's possible, and I believe that we covered everything. So you got user authentication, you got database, and you have the deployment. So if you have any questions about it, ask me the questions, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.